welcome to the 18th episode of the 1111 Club. I thought it only fitting that to film this episode in Florida, the best place would be at the 18th hole on a golf course. Now, you can see the pond in the backyard or background. I do have to watch for alligators, but I'm filming this A, when there's no golfers on this course, and B, when the alligators are at the bottom of the pond, because there is a 10-footer there. So if you see something come up behind me, please let me know. So I want to talk today about something maybe a little radical that shouldn't be radical, but totally is. And it goes maybe a little even against the grain. So we have been conditioned, probably since birth actually, to equate hustle with success. Work harder, do more, keep grinding. And in the past, this actually made sense. The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, they were all about the hustle and working hard. And there was pretty much a guarantee that the harder you worked, the more you were going to achieve. But here's the thing. In today's energetic climate and the world, this formula is no longer the golden rule. So in a sense, the universe has shifted. And we're no longer in a time where grinding and hustling and constantly being on leads to the results that we crave. And yes, it did work for a while, but it's not the only path to success anymore. So I want to talk a little bit about this. So in those moments when you stop doing and start receiving, that's when everything you've been kind of chasing comes to you quite naturally. When we rest, it's not doing nothing. Rest is productive. And you might think that rest is just the absence of doing, but in reality, rest is the activation of something much deeper. When you rest, your nervous system resets. We've talked about this. Your immune system thrives. Your hormones come back into balance. Your creativity flows effortlessly. And I mean, this is factual. I have looked up stats about this. So rest reduces cortisol levels, cortisol being your stress hormone. So chronic stress is one of the leading causes of health problems today. And rest helps to lower that stress hormone. Great. Rest improves cognitive function, so your brain power. It helps your brain form new connections and boost your memory and sharpen focus. Rest helps your heart. The heart benefits from relaxation as your stress, it reduces the risk of heart disease, and clogged arteries. Rest enhances your immune function. We've already talked about that. And Lord knows we all need stronger immune systems. So why are we so afraid to rest? Why do we fear that if we stop, we'll fall behind? And it's because we've been taught that productivity is just about action, but that's simply not true. The world has evolved, and your success is no longer tied to the hours that you clock in. It's the energy you bring to the world. Your true magic happens in the space between effort, when you let go and surrender to the flow of life. This is where you become a magnet for divine inspiration. So here's something my spirit team wants you to hear. Take a deep breath and see where this lands. We know you're all about what's next. How can we up-level our life, our business, our health, our relationships? How can we do more, make more, be more? You've been conditioned to believe that hustle will create success, and there was a time that this worked. There was a guaranteed formula of hard work equaling success. But in the energetic field we exist in now, it's not about hard work, it's about frequency. The frequency of love, receptivity, of allowing, of trusting, and honoring what's here. When you rest, when you soften into the space between doing, you align yourself with a higher frequency. And when you align with that frequency, everything you've been striving for starts to flow in effortlessly. You don't need to work harder. You need to be more. And that happens when you stop. This whole concept used to kind of blow my mind a little bit, especially I would look over at Jarrett, my husband, and he'd be sitting there looking kind of pensive and deep in thought, and I'd go, "Oh, what are you thinking about?" And he'd say, "Nothing." I was like, nothing? Yeah, right. Because, as a woman, this was an impossible thing to, conceptualize. How could anyone be thinking about nothing? And he explained it like he has a nothing box. He could literally turn off that constant chatter in his mind. And I was like, that's either the dumbest thing I've ever heard or some kind of superpower that I will never understand. But then something clicked. And I realized that while I had been programmed to always be on, always working, striving, doing, my husband had found a secret. He could be still and calm and at peace with absolutely nothing going on in his head. And I think he's onto something. So I started to experiment with it myself. And when I wasn't, working on my business or being on with Tyson or with clients, I allowed myself to relax into almost a deep meditative lull. Oh, we got some chatter in the background. So with this kind of meditative lull, I found that there was a feeling without going to sleep of deep rest, which felt incredible. It was like hitting a reset button. And then there's a second layer to this magic, that this is where the ideas come from. This is where I opened up to divine inspiration, and the answers I've been looking for or, trying to force finally showed up. And they showed up in stillness. Pretty awesome. So I want to take you through a somatic exercise. Take a deep breath. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. An intentional breath in. And slowly exhale. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Feel the warmth of your own touch. As you breathe, imagine a warm gold light filling your body. Soft, gentle, healing. With each inhale, feel the light expand inside of you. And with each exhale, feel the weight of the world lift off your shoulders. So inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Good. Now imagine you are resting in the most peaceful place you've ever been. Maybe this is the place. A quiet, sunlit meadow, 18th hole of a golf course, by the calmest body of water. It's a place of stillness. And in this place, you don't need to hustle. You don't need to prove anything. You are simply here, in perfect alignment with everything you need that's already within you. And you have it. You have everything you need. Take a few moments right now just to breathe and be, and feel the magic of the stillness. The next time you feel the urge to push harder, I want you to pause. Rest is your power. Stillness is your creativity. Letting go is how you unlock the magic. Because the secret is this: rest isn't doing nothing. Rest is the gateway to everything you've been striving for. In the stillness, you are aligned with the frequency that attracts everything you want. So go ahead. Not that you need my permission, but go ahead and rest. Allow the magic to flow in. Your next big breakthrough is waiting for you in that space. Love you. See you next week. I would love to deepen this rest experience with you with a short meditation. Let's call it the portal of rest. And why don't we bring in a walk with the dinosaurs as well? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of any tension you might be holding on to. Imagine you're standing before a beautiful, glowing portal. It's a gateway to your highest self. to everything you've been seeking. As you step through this portal, you find yourself in a place of total peace, total calm. You are cradled by stillness. This is the space where magic happens. There's nothing you need to do here. You can let go. You can relax. Here in this stillness, the divine inspiration you've been waiting for drops in like a soft rain. Ideas flow. Solutions rise to the surface. And it's not from force. It's from the space you've created by doing nothing. Stay here for a few more moments, basking in this rest, feeling the deep knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly without your need to hustle, to force, or to rush. Take more deep breaths in and out, bringing your awareness back to your body, bringing the stillness back with you, and just breathe as you continue watching the dinosaurs. See you next week.